was going to be next, but actually, due to a late scheduling change, it's going to be the motorcycle sprint final coming up, and we've got 14 racers coming up in this race, and these guys are nuts. Motorcycles on ice. What's the story, Gary?
I didn't know what was going on here. I think this is a first for Eagle River. I've never seen these guys run before. I watched them Friday night here. They ran a show against the Formula Ones, and they sure surprised me. I mean, this is glare ice they're running on out here.
A little bit later on in the show, we'll maybe give you a little bit of highlights of what happened Friday night when the Formula One sleds ran against the motorcycles, but that was quite an interesting sight to see. Quickly, we're going to run down the participants. Tim Blackmore out of Fruitport, Michigan. It's Brian Vanella out of Waterford, Michigan. Chad Miller, Marcus Link, Cliff X, Lee Johnson, Gordon Chapre, Dan Butler, J.R. Schnabel, Bob Knapp, Pat Buchanan, Paul Lynch, Robert Rice, and Greg Sims are your racers. The race is underway. Let's go to the track announcer, Chris Altman.
In the top of the corner, leaning into the turn, that is number 22, Dan Butler. Momentarily had the lead, and then number, is that 89?
That looks like 89.
Greg Sims. Greg Sims of Rockford, Michigan did a nice job in his race Friday night, and Sims has the lead. That's 33, J.R. Schnabel in the second spot. And out of turn number 2, it is 89, 33 in second place, 19 in third place. That's Paul Lynch and number 25, Robert Rice, holding down the fourth spot. Watch him go through the corners. Man, they really lean on these things, and that's on ice out there. That track is made of ice. There's a little bit of snow on the top of it, but not much. Challenge for the lead as they come out of turn number 2, and getting sideways just a bit, but holding on there was our second place sled, J.R. Schnabel.
Greg Sims takes the lead now, Chris. That got a little hairy there coming out of turn 2.
And out of the fourth turn, Schnabel slipping just a little bit, but holding on as they go down the home stretch. Listen to those bikes roar, getting up high in the turn, but holding on to his lead is Greg Sims. And that's JR, number 33, in the second spot. Number 19, Paul Lynch, holding down third. Now he's getting challenged. And Lynch goes off his bike going into turn number 4. Number 75, Pat Buchanan of White Lake, Michigan, has taken the third spot. Back on his sled, but losing his good spot. And I'd see if we're going to have a change in the backstretch.
We do.
Number
That's
33.
All
right, J.R. Schnabel of West Bend, Wisconsin, on a Wood Rotex motorcycle, takes over the lead coming out of turn number 4. Ted Otto holding that green flag. And we have a battle for third. 6X in third is Gordon Shapire holding on, trying to hold on to that spot. Or rather, that race is for fourth place, trying to keep track of our cycles out here. And I believe, is that 75? Is that Buchanan back to fourth?
Yes, it is.
Okay, here's our leader, right? Number 33, J.R. Schnabel. We have a
Greg Sims in second.
Yes, sled that was being lapped. That's why we lost track there momentarily. Sims out of turn number 4. Number 6 sled, Gordon Shapire, in the third spot.
Their lapped bike there, number 19, up on top. That's Paul Lynch.
And coming down the home stretch, it's your leader, J.R. Schnabel. He's out of West Bend on a Wood Rotax cycle. As they go into turn number 1, holding on and just really leaning down, getting that left foot out there for some balance. Number 19, Paul Lynch, holding down the second spot, but now he's getting into challenges. Really running up on him is number 6. That's Gordon Shapire, and he has taken over second place coming out of turn number 4.
Our former leader, Greg Sims, appears to be out of the race here in the home stretch.
And Pat Buchanan in the fourth spot now, as down the back stretch is your leader, J.R. Schnabel. JR putting some distance between him and the other 3 sleds. We've got a pretty good race for second, third, and fourth. Now Buchanan trying to make a move. Buchanan out of turn number 4, moves into the third spot. No, I'm going to check that. That's Robert Rice. I had 75 and 25 mixed up. That's Rice, number 20. Is that 75 or 25? Jeff,
I believe that's 75.
It is 75, yep. So it's still Buchanan. The ice bikes coming around the turn. 33, J.R. Schnabel is your leader. Number 6, Gordon Shapire in second place. 75, Pat Buchanan of White Lake, Michigan, on a Rotax motorcycle in third. Down the backstretch they come. Tough break for Greg Sims of Rockford, who is walking by us here on the front stretch.
Ted Otto bringing the white flag out. One lap left to go.
And the white flag now for J.R. Schnabel. One more time around the track for him. Gordon Shapire still holding on to second place. Pat Buchanan comfortably in third. Let's see if Shapire can catch him now down the backstretch. Half a lap to go for our leader, J.R. Schnabel. J.R. into turn number 3. Ted Otto gets the checkered flag out. Down the home stretch he comes, and he gets that last little bit out of there. Pops a little wheelie for us. And J.R. Schnabel wins the race. Gordon Shapire in second. Buchanan with the big wheelie finishes up in the third spot. These are some of the best professional motorcycle racers in the country, and you see why when they can go that fast on a nice track.
Across the track, let's see if JR can ride a wheelie. I'd like to see him ride one of those things all the way around a turn. Let's see if he can do it for us. Standing up wheelie. These guys know how to put on a show, don't they, Chris?
That's Jeff's request. Here he comes. Here's your winner. Let's hear it for J.R. Schnabel out of West Bend, Wisconsin on his Wood Rotax cycle. Ice bike racing at the 35th Annual Valvoline World Championship Snowmobile Derby. There's your champ.
Ask for one around the corners. Let's see if he can do it one-handed.
Track announcers Chris Oatman and J.R. Litcher, track announcers Jeff Litcher and Chris Oatman with the call of the motorcycle sprint final. And Gary Visser, really credit J.R. Schnabel. He out of West Bend, Wisconsin. He came out early on, took the lead, never looked back.
Yeah, he led it right from the start, and he kind of made it a little boring for us out there, but I'm sure he's here to do a job he wasn't going to put on a show for us. He went out and did his thing. And
Gordon Shapire out of Swartz Creek, Michigan, also made a very nice run there at the checkered flag, but he came up a little bit short. We're going to take a timeout. We will be back hopefully.
Sprints here, J.R. Schnabel, and what a race you had. Jumped out to an early lead and really held off the rest of the pack.
Yeah, that was our plan, get out to a good lead, get a good start. We knew that as the race got on, a lot of guys were going to get tired because it was real rough out there. Even I was starting to get high in a little bit of the turns, drifting a little high from being tired, but got out to an early lead like we wanted to, and everything went as planned.
I got to ask you, a lot of people have a tough time even riding a motorcycle on the regular pavement on the roads. How tough is it? You guys are actually racing on ice here. How difficult is that?
Really, it's not too bad. Actually, we're getting better times on the ice than we do on dirt because of the special screws that we have in our tires, so it's not as bad as people would think it is.
All right, congratulations. Once again, your official winner here at the Motocross Sprints is J.R. Schnabel from West Bend, Wisconsin. All right, let's take a timeout now, and we'll be back more from Eagle River, Wisconsin.